Hello, this is Morgan Adams. I'm recording the Week 2 Brown Bag activity. My rationale is to educate and interpret the past, present, and possible future historical events. I believe that students should expand and learn more in-depth concepts while also making connections throughout history. Students can use their previous and learned knowledge to limit history from repeating itself. Much of history is hidden and not spoken of. Students can dive deeper into the hidden knowledge in a fun and investigative way. Slip number 1 is a quote from Evan Thomas. Great historians can make the discovery of the real story more exciting than the romantic myth. A great historian, as well as a wonderful writer, peels away the layers to reveal the true Cleopatra, much more interesting woman than the Hollywood version, as it turns out a formidable queen after all. I think this quote is important just because at the beginning it states that there is myth behind history, and we as teachers do not want students to learn the myths. We want them to learn the full story, the real story, and the truth. Slip number 2 is students need to do history and not just listen to it. I think this is very important. As a teacher, I want to educate students on past history and current history, and I also want students to be the influence on our current and future history. Slip number 3 is history will repeat itself if we don't learn from it. Everybody, as a U.S. citizen or anyone living in the world, should know about their history and their past. And if we do not understand what has gone on in our history, then we could make possible reoccurring mistakes. Slip number 4 is a quote. At the end of the day, it's not the student's job to come to class interested in social studies. It's the teacher's job to hook the students and make them actually care about learning. Let the creative juices flow. And I think that's very important, that we as teachers should make learning fun and enjoyable for students. Slip number 5 is another quote. More than ever before in human history, we share common destiny. We can master it only if we face it together. And that, my friends, is why we have the United Nations. This is very important, as we should all be together and stick together as we go through these historical events instead of spreading apart and not supporting each other. Slip number 6 is we are not makers of history, we are made by history. That's a quote by Martin Luther King Jr., and I think that is huge for our students. The past has made us get to where we are now, and so what we do now will influence the future.